Hi, I'm Simon and welcome back to PhotoBite Kids. Next up in our series of photo challenges for children aged between 5 and 15 years old is a challenge called Shooting a Process. Now, this process can be something like walking a dog or baking a cake or any kind of process that you think you'd like to document from start to finish. So a series of photographs from the beginning to the end of a process. Now, your series of pictures can be about any subject you like. We want to see them, so please do send them into our social channels and hashtag PhotoBite Kids. At the end of this series of challenges this week, we're going to be picking out a winner. One of the best pictures that we think at the moment are going to give away a pair of AOA PowerBud in-ear headphones. Wireless headphones are absolutely brilliant. As ever, we have our trusty photo expert on hand to guide you through this challenge. He's going to document the process himself and show you some tips and tricks about how he's approached it. So again, without further ado, I'll introduce you to Professor Gardner.
So thank you, Simon. So yeah, we're going to be working on trying to photograph a process. So what I thought is you could either be tidying your room or baking some cookies or a cake. But I thought because we're outside and it's a nice day, we're going to repot a plant. So we're going to give that a go and see what we can do. So on the offset, very simple, we're going to put that into that. But what we're going to do is show how it goes from this pot to that pot. Does that make sense? And what we'll be doing is using a phone to document the process. So that's what we're going to do. So for my first shot, I'm just going to get a photo of the plant on the side and the pot it's going to be going into. And I'm just going to use my phone. We're just going to open it up. We're just going to go with a very basic shot, but I'm getting a nice low angle so it looks really cool. You might not be able to see my screen properly because the sun's out, but just now I'm getting a nice angle that's just kind of showing what we're going to do. It's like a starting point for our documentation process. And as the name implies, I am a gardener, so I do have some compost ready to go. We're going to sieve some of it because you get these weird lumps, and we're going to document that process. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about some action shots. So I'm going to basically use the spade and get an action shot of me scooping it into the sieve here. Let's give that a try. Going with a wide angle. Let's see how those came out. And for those of you who prefer video, this is a good opportunity to actually try out some video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the little time-lapse feature on here to show me unpotting the plant and then popping it into the big pot. So we're going to get the time-lapse feature up, get it set up and see what we can try and make. It's just a quick setup of what I'm doing. I have my phone here lined up with me over there and we're just going to press start, and now it's time to repot the plant. So that was pretty painless, very short time lapse as you saw. As you can see, we need a bit more soil, but before we go and add more soil, we're going to take a picture of this first. And you want to be a bit more creative with this rather than just taking a picture. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a really close up with a wide angle so it looks really weird and alien, and we're just going to take our picture like that. Then we can document how it's doing as well, so we can document how it's feeling. Now you can always do this process over a longer period of time if you're growing plants. So maybe you have some sunflowers, so you can take a picture day by day as it's slowly growing and growing until finally the sunflower appears. That's one very fun thing to do. It takes a bit longer, so if you want something to do in a day, repotting a plant. If you want something that takes longer, try growing a plant. See? Use your brain. There's always something that you can take a picture of that will help you create and document the process. Right, so we've now moved over to the compost and we're going to take another picture. Don't be scared to experiment, try different angles. I'm going with a wide angle just to see what I can try and come up with. Documenting a process is going to be a bit trickier, so you got to kind of think a bit outside the box to try and get the shot that you want. And you can always try a time lapse. This will be a great way to document a process that can be long-winded, and in some cases it could be a bit boring if you were just taking pictures. And just like that, a well-potted plant. Now what we need to do is find a home for it and give it some water. But before we do that, we need to take a picture. So this is where you've always got to stay on top of your game. When it comes to taking a picture, you've got to always think before the next step, I need to take a picture. Alright, and you can be a bit more creative with it. Try out some different techniques, like when you are doing our first signs of spring, you can implement some of those ideas into this. So getting a high angle and looking down on it, getting a wide angle, just explore it and see how you can document your process. And there we have it. Now we just need to get the final photo of how it's come out. So we're just going to take, not the light, we need to turn that on, and we're just going to take a few pickies. Right, and again, we're just going to experiment with angle, see what works. We've got a lot of greenery around us at the moment, and we've got a green plant, so it's not blending too well. So we're going to go over so we've got some blue sky and just try and land it so that we can get just the blue sky and the nice repotted plant. There we go. So yeah, just something that simple. Oh, seagulls. You done? No? Okay. Someone's put some bread out. Anyway, I'm going to try and say this with seagulls going on in the background. Currently, you know, it's just a very simple idea that we had of just repotting a plant. You could be something a bit more simple. It could be, you know, cleaning your room. That's always a good one. But if you find the process of taking pictures a bit boring, place your camera up or your phone and get a time lapse. You can do those on your phones, and you can actually get a time lapse of you doing the task, just like I did with the little examples of me potting and putting in the compost. Just simple ideas and see what you can come up with. We can't wait to see what you guys share, and we will see you on the next one.